Hi, I'm Mark, and I'm going to be talking today about the forthcoming Billy Talent album entitled Billy Talent 3. No surprises here, that is their third album. First of all, I just want to say that it's a very good album, in my opinion. I believe it's one of the better rock albums of the year so far. And I just wanted to go back a bit and speak to my initial impressions of the band. And if you bear with me, you'll see that there actually is a relevance to this review, so just be patient. Plus, I think it's kind of interesting. The first Billy Talent song I ever heard, like probably most fans of the band, was Try Honesty. And for some reason, when I heard this song back in 2003, I lumped them in with some of the pop punk bands that were popular at the time, that still are actually, like Simple Plan and Sum 41. But to be honest, I was totally wrong. I don't really know why I got this impression from this one song, and normally I do a little bit better in with my first impressions, but I fucked up, to be blunt. And anyway, because of this, I basically ignored this band for a while, and I didn't really start getting kind of into them, until their second album. I mean, I listened to their first album and was like, but I didn't really pay much attention, give them much attention, and I'm assuming it's because of this initial bias of mine. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because if you look at the second album as compared to the first album, there is a major difference. First album is very, full of angst, very angry, and the second album, well, it has some of that definitely in it. It's also more varied, and for me, this shows that songwriting matured between the first album and the second album. Now, this progression continues on to the third album, which is definitely their most varied yet. There certainly is what you would expect in terms of, good hard rocking songs. For example, the lead track, Devil on My Shoulder, and Turn Your Back. But the band also does very well with some slower songs, such as Devil on My Landmine and the lead single, Rusted from the Rain. And another thing that stands out to me about this album is the amazing guitar playing by Ian Disa. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I'm trying. I've always respected, from the first time I heard the band, his guitar playing always stood out. I think he's an amazing, an amazing lead guitarist, and on this album, he just blows me away. For me, it's definitely the highlight of the album. Lyrically, the album is very, very solid, and it explores quite a few themes, as the other two albums do. So some of the themes that are explored here are isolation, heartbreak, militarism. So it is very varied, very varied in that respect. So ultimately, this is a very good album. I would recommend it to anybody who enjoyed the last two albums, and for any new fans that are looking for new music fans that are looking for a band that stands apart from most of this generic, well, all of this generic rock that's out there today. I would definitely look into this album, and it is scheduled for release on July 14th. Bye for now.